Hi everyone, welcome back to the video. In this video, we will understand everything about MUJ. Very last month, my exams were going on. Due to that fact, I was not able to upload videos frequently, and this is the video you guys asking for since weeks. So here I am, talking about everything. We'll talk about admissions, we'll talk about hostels, crowd, quality, placements, and yeah, placements is something anyone and everyone want to hear about. After that, academics, how will your first year look like? How's the academics? How's the professor? Events, clubs, and everything you ever thought of about MUJ. Because let me introduce myself. I am Swatantra Chaudhary. I'm a fourth year student of Manipal. So from very last 3 years of my life, I know everything. I was into projects, I was into clubs, I was into academics, I was into touch with alumni. I met all of the seniors who went into Microsoft, PayPal, Philip, Dell, Amazon from our colleges. So yeah, I'm someone who can really talk about these topics. So starting with the process of admission, as everyone know, out there, MET, Manipal entrance test is out there. According to your rank in the exam, you will get into Manipal 2025. And this year what they are doing is, what I heard from my professors, they are merging the CSC branches, and this is something that is unique in last 5-7 years. This is something that is different this year. And apart from that, there is also conspiracy about mixing your 12th marks and your MET score and then allotting your branch. So this is the process of admission. You have to appear in the MET. So just drop your marks in the MET phase 1. So this is the admission process. Now let's talk about how your first year will look like. Well, when you enter this college after admission in August or September at most, you will see the best infrastructure here in the hostel as well as the academics. The hostels are so good. I will show, don't judge this room. This is the room of what we got, our batch 2022, and new students like 2024 and 2025 will get the new hostels. They are so good. I already uploaded a video on this channel how your first year will look like. You will enter here, your classes will start. The classes time will be from morning 9 to sometime 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and then sometimes you have the classes from 2 to 5. Like, you have classes in two slots. First slot you will get classes from 9 a.m. to 12:45 or 1 p.m., like 9 to 1, and some slots get classes after 1:30 to 5 o'clock. This is something, so might be possible you will get in the slot of morning shift or afternoon shift. So this is happen between the cycles. Like, if you enter your college very first year, the college divide you into two cycles. First is physics cycle, second is chemistry cycle. What it means is nothing. They just divide two slots of students. One study the physics bunch of subjects, second studies the chemistry bunch of subjects first semester. After first semester, they will just shuffle all the students and their courses of the first year. So this how they manage all the classes and all the things, because crowd is so much here. So this is how the classes work from 9 to 12:45 or sometimes 1, or our second shift is 1:30 to 5:15 or sometimes 4:30. So this is what first year academics look like. Apart from academics, when you enter your first year, there is academic exams also. Your first is your midterm exams, and then is your end term exams. Midterm exams are minor, like 30 marks, and the end term are majors, like 40 marks. So if you count 30 plus 40 is 70. Rest of 30 out of 100 is your internals, that is we call CWS. CWS component is your internal marks, that on the basis of some kind of criteria, like sometimes they have quiz, sometimes they give assignments. Apart from, sometimes they ask you to do some certain courses from NPTEL, Coursera, Udemy, and all the platforms out there. So this is how your CWS marks look like. So three components: midterms, that's your minor, then your CWS 40 marks, your end term, that is your majors. So this 100 marks every subject you have. Apart from this, you have a lab exam, 60 marks for internal and 40 marks for external exam. So this is what your academic year will look like in the first year. Let me tell you one thing, guys: don't let your GPA down in the first year. This is what the mistake I did in my first semester, because there was no one to tell me that scoring in this college is so easy. You have really good resource now that your seniors did not have. You have a good website like mujtoppers.in, and you have really good things out there. And even in this channel, I made a video about first year resources. So this is how your first year will look like. As far as fun is your concern, you will not disappoint from the college, because you will have events continuing from day one to last of your first year. Events will be there, clubs will be there will be kind of projects, everything is there. So yes, this is something you ever dreamed of, your Karan Johar college dream life. So this is something your first year will look look like on the base of academics and all the things. Apart from this, if I talk about attendance system, like you have to maintain 75 attendance percent attendance in every subject. I know it may feel like that this is a school, is this is really compulsion, but sometimes let me be very clear that it is moreover a subjective thing towards a professor. If professor allow you on the base of 65 or 70 attendance, they will, but if the professor is strict, he can really detain you if you don't have 75 attendance. Even sometimes I saw that students having 45 50% attendance, they promoted to the next semester, they didn't get a detain. But sometimes I also see the cases like they have a attendance of 68 or 69 and still they got detained. So this is the case of how attendance look like. It's all up to the professor sometimes, but sometimes also what happened is the higher authorities ask professors to detain students if they have really bad attendance. So sometimes it happened that this is not in professor's hand. Apart from here, let's talk about hostels. Manipal is operated by two companies now, like two branches of hostels. Number one is GHS, that is what our hostel looked like in the previous years. Now the new hostels are made by Manipal itself. So two branches are here for the operations of hostels. GHS is what previous year company of what hostels are made by, and new one is Manipal itself. Manipal itself construct their own hostels that are really so good. So I think you will get the new hostels here, but hostels are really so good. There are really good amenities, like you have AC operate from 6 p.m. to 6 7 a.m. in the morning, so whole night you will get AC or heater if it's in the winter. Apart from hostels, we have events in the hostels. I told you, when you enter in the college, you will get desk in the hostel. Like there will be a kind of event going on where the clubs are there. They pitch themselves. They ask you to join their club. They ask you to join events. They ask you to join any workshop, so you will get there. Apart from this, there will be a fest of Oniros. This is our official cultural fest of MUJ, Oniros. In that, there is a something like the whole week before the Oniros, stalls are there in the hostel itself and in the academic block also. So you will get so much fun there. So if I talk about academic blocks, like this is how it works. If you ever came Manipal and visit our college, this is like a Manipal. So this side is your academics and this side is your hostel, and you will go under by a subway. So if you are a hosteler, you will access the subway and you can go college via subway. But if you take PG and flat, or you will like if you stay outside the hostel, you have to come from the main gate and you will enter by the road itself. So in the academic blocks, there we have academic block 1 AB1, academic block 2 AB2, academic block 3 AB3, and academic block 4 that is under construction, AB4. So AB1 to AB4, that is academic block 1 to academic block 4. We have 4 blocks of academics, like, and apart from that there is a old mess, like it's a mess and it's a cafeteria area. Apart from that, there is a new also cafeteria out there in academic block 4 that is under construction. So majority of the time your class will be in AB2, that is academic block 2. There is where the usual first year class is held. Mess, I mean, yeah, this is something majority of the first year student concerned about after hearing that this is the time moving out of your home, that what the food will look like. I mean, the food itself here, let me tell you how it operates. Till now we have 2 operation chains of mess. Number 1 is Indian foods, and number 2 is Blue Dove. These are the 2 companies that operate 2 mess here. We have 2 mess here. Let's come back to the topic. Mess food is good. If I tell you overall, the mess food is good. You can really eat in the mess every day if you want to. But what happen is, like, why every time it happen that you have to eat outside? Just because you get bored of the same taste. You get bored of the same repetitive of the menu. But that is obviously change every day. But the same week, like if it's Tuesday, they usually make curry every Tuesday. If it's Sunday, they usually make the particular dish every Sunday. So that repetitive pattern of food make you bored. That this is a trend in our hostel, that every Saturday dinner will be biryani, and they don't make that well. So everyone used to get food outside of the mess. Otherwise the food is good. Really, you can bear every day here in the mess. So this is not concern as far as your pocket money is. that you have to spend outside your hostel mess. You don't have to. Now it comes to the very important topic of this video, the crowd quality. Guys, let me slow down my pace on this particular 2-3 topics: crowd quality, placement, all the important things. Let me tell you one thing: the crowd is itself huge. So if you ask me the quality, I have to take the sample space of the huge crowd. You understand this? If I have to evaluate the quality of the crowd, I have to take the whole crowd, and that is a huge itself sample data. So when I entered my college, my seniors was so packed with themselves. They are not open to have a conversations with juniors. They were like cutted from the juniors. We never knew about what is going on. We never knew about what to what fields we should grow, because this is something my seniors are doing well. We never heard about that until and unless I was in the third year last year. That made me feel like that this college has very lack of alumni network. You know what I'm saying? What is alumni network is, if you hear about any other colleges, they have a strong alumni network. If I want to do something in particular X field, I have some particular seniors from my own college that they are in the same field, and I can ask them that how is the path, how is something, how is the things there. This is something that is lack here. You don't have really good alumni network because they are not so open to have a conversation with. They are not so open. When at the same time you will not able to find them. I don't know why. So alumni network is not that strong. That is one thing I really want to talk. It is very hard to connect with your good seniors. Very hard. I don't know why. So you will not able to find seniors from like-minded, like figure out everything by yourselves. Apart from this particular thing, if you ask me, the crowd of your own batch, like your peer group, your same classmates, your same year students, they are also different kind of students. Number one, when you enter this college, you will understand what is the importance of having a good circle around you. Why? If you are parents watching this video, let me be very brutal about this topic, that every parents used to say, even my cousins used to say that it is all up to the student. It is all up to the student what kind of activities she or he is engaged in. But no, people or teenagers who just moving to the hostel or a college, like they are really 16 or 17 year old, they really get influenced by the circle. So it is very 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 important to select your circle wisely, because you will really get the circle who really used to drink and smoke, and or at the same time you will really get the circle that is so good in the academics, doing good internship, doing good projects, doing good kind of academics, as I say. So it's up to you to not to choose activity, but to choose wisely a circle. You have to choose a circle that is appropriate to yourself, appropriate to what your basic principle of life is. Apart from this thing, the very hard thing to find here is the like-minded people. As I say in the senior card also, still in your year also you will not able to find the like-minded people, because I don't know why the quality of the students getting so decreased day by day. If you want to start a startup, let's say for example, if you want to start a XYZ project and you want to build a team, it will be so hard to find the team at the first time, and the second, if you find the team, I don't know how, then it will be so hard to maintain a good relation with that team, because there are many kind of people who are so toxic in nature. There are many kind of students who are not so like-minded, as I told about. So this is something you have to choose your circle wisely. That is the only thing that make you let you survive in the hostel for the first year, because the first year we are so immature, we are not able to distinguish between what is good for us, what is bad for us, because we are away from our parents, and parents are the only one who are really worried about our good and what is not good for us. So this is something crowd you everyone want to hear about. Let me tell you one thing: if you are not finding a good circle, it is better to stay alone for a time rather than choosing a wrong circle, because letting yourself in the wrong circle because you don't have friends in first glance, it is not a good step. After this, the placements come. I know this is the topic no one really talk about of MUJ. As a fourth year student, I know you juniors expect things from us, our batch, and us to answer these questions. But you will understand this thing when you will in the fourth or third year. You will understand our situation, that why we were not able to speak up so frankly, so clearly. So you will understand in the third year. If get back to the topic, how is the placement? Guys, average package I can't tell you, because to be very precisely saying, I really don't know the exact number. What I used to hear is 3 LPA, 4 LPAs students getting, and how I get to know that, I'm still saying the sources, LinkedIn of our own college. Like they upload, like school of CSC, school of IT, they upload the selective students of our college who get selected as congratulations XYZ person on selecting this and this company on the package of this and this, and that this and this is 3 LPA, 4 LPA, 5 LPA. That is what frequently they upload. Very less students are there who got LPA more than 10 or 12. Very few I saw on the LinkedIn, also on the personal. And apart from this, why I am saying this, because I am in touch with all of the seniors who placed. Even in this channel, I started a series podcast with the seniors who got placed from our college, and this is something that is not out there yet, but I started this series. What I used to do, I asked my senior, like from Microsoft, Atlassian, PayPal, Philips, Dell, all the companies you can see on the channel, that how you get there from our college. And that series help you a lot. They will really tell you that if Dell come to college, and how to tackle Dell so you can internship or placement in the Dell. So this is something that is what most awaited for my juniors, like who are in the second or first year right now. So yeah, I am in touch with so many seniors who got placed in different companies. So I know some insiders of the placement and all the things. So yes, this is the hope I want to give you. The highest package of this year, what I am so aware of, is off campus, and that is of Diksha Trivedi. She is my senior. I also uploaded a video with her, a whole 1 hour interview with her on this particular channel. She was the highest package holder of this year, and she got a package of around I think you should watch the video, more than 60-70 I think LPA. So I think this is something I want to talk. Apart from the second highest package is also off campus, that is another senior, Sania Dureja, one of my senior. I also uploaded an interview with her. This is something I wanted to build on this channel, to help others, that if something is there and we can help minimize that gap I was talking about, alumni and the juniors. So I wanted to help others and reduce that area of gap between juniors and seniors. Apart from this, if I talk about the on-campus highest package, I have no clue about this, so I don't want to comment. But what, as far as my knowledge, I am aware of 18 LPA. I heard from a company, BlackRock, I think. This is what I heard from one of my senior. No confirmation yet, but this is something what I heard about. So this is the placement about. The season is not so glamorous. So this is something I want to talk about in this video. This video got so long, but I'm sure this video help you a lot before coming to this college. Now it comes to the tips for the first year students who are coming to this college. Guys, from the last 3 years I am here. I was into clubs, I was into projects, I was into academics. I got 10 GPA. I got into projects. Obviously, there was a project that helped more than 10,000 students of our college. We built it, and I was into internship. I got internship in the different zone, like 2 internship in my second year. I did that. I completed that. After that, I was in the touch with the alumni of our college, good professors, HOD, dean, someone who did all rounder in my college life. So I can really tell you what best fit you. This is something I want to tell you. Number one, if you are joining this college, don't let wrong people decide your future. Number one. Number two, never let your GPA or your academics down, because that is not that hard to maintain itself. You can really score more than 8.5 or 9 GPA if you are really serious about your academics. Apart from that, enjoy your first year. That will be the first time you will get out of your home. So first year you can do anything you want to do, but after first year, just make sure that you will get back to the track. And ending this video with one thing: if you are really not sure about the admission still, or if you have any doubt about admissions and all the things, that should I go for this, what other options are I have, and should I consider that, how to make most of your first year. If you have these type of problems and you have a doubt, what we can do, we can just schedule one-to-one call. So I just give a link in the description. If you have really a dilemma of should I choose this college or not, and is it a right fit for me personally, so we can talk about there. So just go to the description and you will get the link. So anything you have, just we can discuss over there. Anything, we will just have a one-to-one call over there. So thank you so much for watching this video. I am Swatantra, 4th year student, signing off this video. Bye bye, take care.